I would fuck up a block of cheese right now. I said that at the wrong time because I hit record and then said that, and now this is not gonna. Now YouTube's gonna get mad at me. That's okay. Neither of my channels are monetized. By the way, just while I'm thinking about it, this will be going up on the VOD channel. And if watching entire stream VODs is not your thing, I also have a channel for highlights and dev diaries. And I would love to see those grow. Mostly the highlights one, to be honest. The VOD channel is just for posterity. Anyway, let's get into it. We are swaying our priest, right? Good. There's not much I can do about Countess Dur unless I take her land. Which I'm not going to do, so I'm just going to have to reconquer that land at some point. Hope Al-Andalus collapses, which it still hasn't. It's shrunk, but it's not collapsing. Been up since like 6 a.m. Ah, all good. Get some rest. Let's see here. Now, I will say I'm probably am going to wrap up soon-ish, not because my roommate wants me to do the dishes, but my husband is now held against his will. But just so that I don't push myself too far, and I do have a few things I want to get done today. My husband has been released from his imprisonment and is once again free. And he hasn't lost his land. Well, that's good. We'll see if it stays that way, but... How long have my light footmen not been stationed? Fix that. Coffee comes of age. Let me take another bite. Peanut butter sandwich, by the way. As an active and enthusiastic child, it's no surprise that Coffee has done well in her studies of war and combat. It's impressive to see such skill in someone so young. She displays a level of insight that's rare even among veteran commanders. Grow up fast. Oh, Lemming doesn't have a wife. We should fix that. Could ally a prince of Al-Andalus. I thought that was allying Al-Andalus at first. Franconian. We can marry a Carling. Let's go with... Nope, not that button. Let's go with relevance. So we can marry Troy. Toi? Ooh. No, I'm gonna marry this quick woman here. Get some, Get some good genes in the family. Some more good genes in the family. Betrothed can marry. Let's do so. It is a matrilineal marriage. Oh, we can found a coven. Excellent. Our proud house is united by blood, but the truth divides us. I long for the day when we will no longer live in fear, but be completely open with each other. Our sons and daughters will be raised to embrace their powers and the will of the Prince of Darkness. May we serve him well. Found the Bear Coven. Should convert our husband. Well, he doesn't like us very much. Where is... How much do we need to... Level devotion is no more than sinner. Don't I need to... Oh. Can completely control at least 9 counties from Old Vasconia. Oh, we could already... We can already do this. SLO, I wish to join the Coven of K Bear Witches. Me too. I have to be cynical. I have to have 2 virtuous traits. I have to have low devotion. We don't have the prestige for it anyway. Hey, dog. Good to see you. I'm curious what... I'm a little bit curious what religions that's culture. What traits are virtuous for Era Zaharrak? I may have to look at this off stream, but... Giant, stubborn, compassionate, just, and brave. So brave and just, or giant and brave would be quite good. Goes pretty well. How are you doing, Doggin? Okay, almost done with the sandwich. I apologize for eating on stream. Defensive negotiations. I would love an alliance with Barcelona. Really tired, otherwise fine. Understandable. Ooh. A populist leader. Sorry, a lot of things just happened. It's Spurred on by positive relations and increased cultural exchange, the Basque and Occitan peoples have grown increasingly close over the years. Now individuals from these societies have begun to view themselves not as one or the other, but both simultaneously. A new Aquitanian culture. Basque traditions and values form the backbone of this new culture, while various Occitan attributes have been adapted and integrated to meet the needs of their new society. Whether out of skillful manipulation or a genuine desire to lead his people to a new era, Duke Anso has positioned himself as the leader of this cultural exchange. Cultural awakening. I said the word wrong. Greetings, my serene liege. Coffee, my sister, my companion, my confidant. Will you join me in declaring our friendship to be the truest and brightest in all the world, with all the debts of loyalty that entails? Huh. Sure. You know, I don't have that achievement for sleeping with my best friend. Can I still seduce her? No. No, she's already... Miss Bear eating ASMR? Wasn't much of it. So Aquitanian culture, it's Basque language, which is useful for us. But Frankish heritage. That's pretty cool. Good for you, Anso. Count Donato's feast. Sure. I'll join. I guess I will hire a mountaineer, actually. Change Countess Dur's contract. This game is like historical housewives drama show? Exactly. My Chancellor, Count Donato, is holding a banquet in Tudela, and time has come for us to depart. Feast is in honor of Mayor Abdal Hassan, a truly remarkable human being who deserves additional reverence. I do look forward to trying the violet sharba of the Tudela region, as well as enjoying the local cuisine.
You have on your shoulders.
Ah, thank you for the gift subs, Lina. I appreciate it. School. Welcome to the Kuma Club. I have to say that. I have to give that name some juice. We have a lovely time ahead of us. Feast begins. Ah, is there anything more jovial than a good feast? Guests throng to and fro, eating and chatting, while flickering torchlight plays off every wall, light bouncing like laughter around the hall. So much opportunity to talk, to meet, to discuss, to plan. Each new conversation is the seed of a new goal. Each dish an excuse to add another contact. Our stress is kind of high, so I'm going to take, this as where I want to be. Especially because we are a drunkard. Unconcerned with any etiquette, my son-in-law Urdun slaps me in the back. I mean it, he exclaims. I'll do anything you ask of me. Anything at all. Ask me and it's done. I can smell the alcohol on Urdun's breath, but the promise has been noted by every guest present. Urdun is the brother of Soria. Man of your word, aren't you? What did I promise last night? I cannot remember what led up to it, but I do remember slapping the back of my vassal Mayor Vela, telling him that I would do anything he asked of me. Now rumors abound of the oath I swore. Tafala. Ugh. Promise is a promise. I think we go with this. Good evening. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one due to the presence of Tybalt. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects, and as things would have it, we seemed to have a lot in common. I had a good time with him. Don't drink in court, kids. It's true. As the feast winds to its inevitable conclusion, there's one event remaining that everyone is expecting, and that's Count Donato's toast to the guests of honor, Mayor Abd al-Hassan. It's a decent speech, a bit long-winded, but that's usually how these things go. The assembled guests clap and whoop politely when it finishes, some more enthusiastically than others. Hear, hear. Daylight pours through the windows. In just one moment, the whole hall becomes illuminated. Most of the seats are now empty. Some servants hand me my weapons and take their leave with a cheery bow. What a pleasure it was to have you with us, Count Donato smiles at me. Now it's time to wash off the traces of merriment and wine, and once more resume my duties as a lady of the realm. Now I must depart. Wine, ale, and fine food, what better relief from the troubles of the world is there than a night of revelry? As each feast ends, I find myself planning the next. Gain the trait Eager Reveler. Which is sinful. Would this... Would this allow me to... Oops. I have a sin. I just need another one. Right? This allow me to champion the faith of the country Basques? What about my son? No, he has the same traits as I do. What could I grab that's sinful? Nothing else I can pick up. There's so many sins in this religion. My goodness. Designated guardian for Aransha. She's bossy, so we'll go with a martial education, since we can teach her directly. Catching thieves of myth. You picked the wrong castle, fool, screams my marshal as he threatens the frightened intruder with a sword. Under further pressure from my marshal, the young man explains that he's part of a large criminal organization, originating from the grand city of Molina and commanded by the dreaded Gil, the king of thieves. So you're trying to set up a new thieves guild right under my nose, eh? I ask, to which the thief merely nods. He's willing to exchange further information for his life. Gil, the king of thieves. He's Basque. Tell me where your accomplices hide and you may yet live. Control level increases. Gains the trait melancholic. Your Thieves Guild sounds taxable. Work for me. Disrupt the grand city of Molina. I will give your severed head to Lord Mayor Muhayyid. Hmm. Tell me where you're... Well, am I still trying to raise control here? Yeah. Realm County. Tell me where your accomplices hide and you may yet live. Declaration of love from Duke Anso. I'm walking the garden with some of the ladies at court when I notice Duke Anso of Gascony approaching. I step aside to let him pass, but to my great surprise, he blocks my path and kneels before me. Before I have time to properly process this turn of events, Duke Anso begins to sing. I quickly recognize the tune. It's a famous Basque love ballad. I have heard it performed countless times, but never with such skill and passion. The intense emotions of the song are mirrored in Anso's gaze, which is set on me. He does not look away for a single heartbeat. You flatter me, Lord. I'm still trying to think of a good way to... I think I need to become a sinner. And the easiest way to do that is what? Cheat on my husband? And get caught? How can I... cheat on my husband with a woman because same-sex relations are shunned? Maybe. We could also convert to a religion that finds our traits sinful. Damn. If lustful was a sin under Muhwaldi, that would be a solution. Nestorian exists up here. Weird. Insular. Satru. I'm just gonna look for a little bit longer. Zaidi. Cheism. That wasn't even close to the correct how you say that. Akamanism. Sufri. Orthodox? Nope. Slavoskan. Teltoist. Check the African faiths real quick, but I don't think we're converting to any of those. Alright, so that's not going to be the solution. Let me look one more time. Two traits that are virtuous in Era Zaharrak, which I just don't think we're going to be able to get. Yeah, we can't just acquire any of these, unfortunately. Okay, that's fine. We'll play it by ear, and when we can convert, we will. Maybe our, maybe our son will be a sinner. He is also rakish. My husband has been tense lately. When we find ourselves alone, it finally becomes apparent why. Please be honest with me. Is there someone else? Have you taken a lover? No. I see a civil war. What's going on here? We're against the tyranny of Duke Ubert. How are you doing, Al-Andalus? Actually quite stable for the time being. I see a grand tournament. We'll go there. Traveling through the rugged terrain of Lizara, a challenge arises as the hillside slope steepens sharply. My daughter Coffee and my champion Juan begin to argue about the best approach to traverse the treacherous trail. Coffee, your suggestion is reckless, exclaims Juan, visibly frustrated. Coffee retorts, and yours is cowardly. It seems as if my entourage is at an impasse. Diplomacy is too low. Coffee's right, we cannot afford to dawdle. Let's follow caution as Juan suggests. Oh dear, such children. Gain safe routes, more travel safety. We can't afford to dawdle. Cannot wait for the tournament to start. It's a recital, so we could actually participate. What just happened? I'm not yet qualified. Yes, but... Hey, Hat. Good to see you. I'm not going to worry about qualifying. Let's go to the tavern. I sit in the tavern with a small group of courtiers. I saw that gallant knight holding someone's sign, one of them whispers, and I quickly get lost in my own thoughts, observing the flickering of the candles. As I take a sip of sack wine, I reminisce about that time when I gave birth to my first child, Puss in Boots, a beautiful boy, broadly smiling. Do you want to hear a real story? I ask, turning to my companions. Perfect moment for some uplifting conversation, or I need to make sure that I look good. We're one of those drunks. Wow, we're guaranteed to qualify. All right. It's on pause. I guess we're participating in the tournament now. Let's go to the artisan's quarters. Erroneous escutcheon. Browsing the wares on display in the tailor's shop, I spy a carefully wrapped package among the pile of garments and sundries. The tailor happily opens it for me, carefully untying the leather bindings to reveal an exquisitely embroidered crest, the Banu Musa crest. He's my vassal. Do me a favor, burn this, would you? Getting closer to becoming a rivalry. Listen, I'll take these, but no word of it. Interesting. I want the Burr crest. I would love the Burr crest. Let's do that. They updated ATE and I've been having a blast. Oh, hell yeah. Now let's go to the temple. Taking a moment to myself in the small temporary Priscillianist of Sora, Tello standing a respectful distance away. Pondering in the presence of true knowledge, I find myself wondering what it is I wish in my hearts of hearts to see come from these days of revelry. Bring me glory, smile on my daughter, Guide my friend Hamdan's hand. Let me find inner peace. Give me glory. Fuck it. We're ambitious. Time to show the world my skill. I let out a triumphant sigh as I complete the final verse of my recital. I ready myself for the thundering applause of my audience, only to find the turning ground silent, save for the wind whistling through the trees. This is a disaster, but perhaps this situation can be rectified with a new poem composed and recited on the fly. I have one more. Your verse wins the crowd. Krakum! A sudden flash of lightning precedes the thunder's roar, and I make my way to the raised dais. It's clear that the previously pleasant weather has given way to decidedly murky conditions. No sooner do I take the first step up than the rain begins to fall. The crowd stands expectantly, somewhat reluctantly, getting more sodden by the minute. I open my mouth, and another sonorous boom rolls across the whole gathering. I look up to the sky. Well, this will be quite the challenge. I love a challenge. The weather lends pathos to your words. The score increases slightly. Night begins to fall on the scene, but torches light the competition as it continues. I talk to myself under my breath, readying my lips for the next round as I reminisce about the happenings so far. Like when the skies opened and drenched competitor and audience alike. I step forward to take my turn, ascending the steps to the dais. It's time for the final verse. Regale the crowd with a tale of war and victory. We're very unlikely to win this, but... My final verse receives cheers and applause, but as I make my way off the dais, I can't help the nagging feeling I haven't done myself full justice. However, I am winning. Victory is so close, there are precious few competitors left to go, and even less time. Score decreases greatly. You know, I don't think we're gonna make it out of this one. Or we do. Trumpets sound, the crowd clamors, competitors begin to assemble. The contest is over and someone's moment in the sun is being readied. A herald steps forward, voice booming out across the scene. After many trials, some tribulations, and above all, some truly spirited competition, we have our three. In third place, the gutsy Sheikh Abdal Rahman. Coming in close second, Captain Eystein. That, of course, leaves us with our victor, Duchess Coffee. Proving my worthiness beyond doubt. Neat. I did it. Hell yeah. Grand Tournament Conclusio. Still funny to me every time. The sun comes down on the final day of the tournament. The mass crowds begin to disperse. I find myself ruminating over the results. Look forward to the next one. What a great occasion. Finish Grand Tournament. Alright, let's take a look at our prize brooch. Ah, fertility. We don't need that. That's okay. I am going to appoint my son as our antiquarian, however. I really need to form this kingdom. Command a hostage from the Duke of Barcelona. Wait, are you... Oh, I could have had an alliance with you. That's unfortunate. Well, if I knew that he was going to inherit Barcelona, I would have taken that alliance. It's okay. At long last, I'm finally home. Thank the deity I can go inside again. I can scarce remember what my life was like before Anso declared his love for me. I am flattered but also overwhelmed by his attentions. I find myself longing for some peace and quiet. Yet I cannot help but worry, would I be throwing away my only prospect of true love? That cannot be right. Can it? I'm yours, Anso, now and forever. This bad timing. I'm out riding when my horse suddenly throws itself off the path. The fall is unavoidable and knocks the air out of my lungs. When I look up, I find myself face to face with a stag. Before I get a chance to scream, the beast collapses, an arrow between its eyes. Coffee, my sweetheart, I thought I had lost you. My hero is none other than Duke Anso. We share one kiss, sweet like honey. The romance schemes are very cute. As their duchess, my vassals owe me their allegiance. My word is law, but how much is obedience without devotion worth? In times of crisis, a slow response or half-hearted effort can lead to disaster. Can I afford such a risk? Win their unwavering loyalty. Here's a far more effective tool, or I have more important men to impress. Cantabria, not really. I'll win their unwavering loyalty. Because I want to start encouraging some of our vassals to convert. Coffee, my sweetheart. Aww. With my leave, my daughter Arantxa and her wet nurse parade into my chamber. And Urkina poses like a herald and proclaims, "My liege, you witness a monumental occasion. Arantxa has a mighty gift to offer you. Go ahead, show her." "Mother, I lost a tooth." My daughter proudly presents her toothless smile, handing me a pouch with the fallen tooth inside. Here, a gift befits a gift. Let's see if I can convince any of my vassals to convert with me. Even though I will likely be... Oh, he is already my religion. She has a strong hook on me, so I can't. He can... We consider him righteous, so I'm not gonna convert him away. My faith is too strong to be swayed by your earthly words. I would rather obtain my reward in heaven. Decided to follow you into the light and convert. Where are you going? Okay. Is this funny to anyone else? Dude is on his Hajj and gets a letter that's like, "Hey, try out this other religion." He's like, "Yeah, sure, okay." But still headed to Mecca. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I love this game. Hey, bro's on a pilgrimage. Bro's not just on a pilgrimage, he's on the pilgrimage. That's so funny. No valid targets for this task, really? What do you mean there's no valid targets? Lately I've been pondering the education of my daughter, Aransha. Is stewardship really the appropriate direction? Since being trained in warfare myself... Rick Sager, thanks for the follow. Welcome, my cub. I have found that particular knowledge to serve me well. Surely it would do the same for her. I mean, sure. Shape her in my image. I watch the sleeping shape of Gerard while I send a quick prayer to the Prince of Darkness. As soon as the last whispered words pass my lips, he stirs as if his subconscious mind has waited for this moment. When I step out of the shadows and offer Gerard his blessing, there is no fear or hesitation in his eyes. No, his acceptance is wholehearted and hungry. Welcome to our communion, brother. Alright, I need money. Used his weak hook to become my spy master. Yeah, that sucks. I knew that I had I had a feeling that could happen. That it could and would happen. Yeah, I don't know why I can't. I just can't convert. Very weird. Very, very, very weird. Let's take a look at our succession right now. I think we are going to lose a duchy. So I really want to create the kingdom. How am I going to create a kingdom for 500 gold right now, though? I can't do border raids. A border raid would work against Al-Andalus, perhaps. Or Cantabria. But we can't do that. So... what other options do I have to... I'm not going to sponsor Jewish sciences because that's going to cost me money. My daughter has given birth to a daughter. Since the little one is part of the Bird dynasty, she should be blessed with a good name. Now, we could just name her Coffee. We could have three generations of Coffee. However, if you have a suggestion for names, make those now, and I will choose the one I like the best. However, folks who spend channel points will be given priority, and the timer has already started ticking. There's about 40 seconds left. Let me know what you think. Coffee, excellent. I do like that very much. The narrator. Narrator's funny. Alright, about 15 more seconds for a ringer. And I think I'm going with Coffee because that is really funny. May you grow strong and wise. My husband is once again absent from our chambers as night falls. He has been distant lately, lost in thought and rarely seen at court. Do you have another? Seems genuinely upset as he denies my accusations. He's literally a seducer. I mean, good for him, I guess, but... come on. Let's be honest with ourselves here. I'm thinking again about this event. Do either of my sons have virtuous traits with it? Nope. Neither do my daughters. I respect his risk, to be honest. Oh my god, so we have to talk about the gaycation. To the point where I'm tempted to pause CK3 for the rest of stream to talk about this stupid post that I'm obsessed with. Alright. I'm going to. Let me see if I first and foremost, let me see if I can find this, but